Hello everyone, welcome to Neso Academy. In the previous lecture, we understood some of the bitwise operators in C++. Precisely, we have understood bitwise AND operator and bitwise OR operator. Now we are in this lecture, and the name of this lecture is Bitwise Operators Part 2. In this lecture, we will understand the remaining bitwise operators we have in C++. So without any further delay, let's get started with this lecture and let's see what are the operators we will study in this lecture. We will study Bitwise XOR Operator and Bitwise NOT Operator in this lecture. Let's start with Bitwise XOR Operator. Bitwise XOR operator is represented by the caret symbol and it is used to compare each bit of the two operands. So, with the help of Bitwise XOR operator, we can compare each bit of the two operands. It is same as the Bitwise AND operator and Bitwise OR operator. Just like Bitwise AND Bitwise OR operator, we would be able to compare each bit of the two operands with the help of Bitwise XOR operator as well. But it returns 1 when bits are different, otherwise it returns 0. So it gives us the value 1 when bits are different, otherwise it gives 0. This can be understood from the truth table of the Bitwise XOR operator as well. Here is the truth table. Here we can observe that when bits are different, then we will get 1 as the result of bitwise XOR, otherwise we will get 0. Now, where do we use the bitwise XOR operator? That's the question. What is its use case? We use it to flip specific bits of a number. If we want to flip specific bits of a number, then we use bitwise XOR operator. This can be understood from the example more properly. Let's say we have this binary number 1001, which is same as 9 in decimal. Now let us assume that we want to flip these two bits, that is middle two bits, that is, we want to change these bits to 1. For this purpose, we can use bitwise XOR operator. We need to consider the second operand as well. Here, in order to flip these bits, we need to set the corresponding bits in the second operand to 1. So we will get the second operand as 0110, which is same as 6 in decimal. Now we can perform bitwise XOR on these binary numbers. We will get 1111 as the result. You can observe that the bits are flipped and the remaining bits are obtained as it is. This binary number is same as value 15 in decimal. So clearly, bitwise XOR of 9 and 6 is 15. Now how are we getting this result? This can be understood from the truth table. When in the second operand we have a specific bit as 1, then the corresponding bit in the first operand gets flipped. 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0. This is what we can observe from the truth table. Also, when a specific bit is set to 0 in the second operand, then the corresponding bit in the first operand will be obtained as it is. When we have 0 in the first operand, we will get 0 in the result. When we have 1 in the first operand, we will get 1 in the result. Now let's get back to the example. Here we have 1001 and we want to flip these two bits only. For this purpose, we need to set the corresponding bits to 1 in the second operand. This is exactly what we have done. And we want to obtain these bits as it is. That's why the corresponding bits in the second operand have been set to 0. And that's why we are getting this result. I hope this is completely clear to you. So we have understood what bitwise XOR operator is and how it works. Now let's write the example program for this specific example. Here is the example program. Here I have included the IOStream header file, and inside this main function I have defined variables a and b with values 9 and 6. And here I am performing bitwise XOR on 9 and 6. We know bitwise XOR of 9 and 6 will give us 15. So with the help of stdcout, we would be able to display 15 on the screen. So this is the output. So with this, we have understood bitwise XOR operator, and we know it is useful to flip specific bits of a number. We can flip specific bits of a number with the help of bitwise XOR operator. But what if we want to flip all the bits of the number? That too without using the second operand? We can do this with the help of Bitwise NOT Operator. This is the operator we will study next. We are done with Bitwise XOR Operator. Now let's move to the second topic where we will discuss Bitwise NOT Operator. Bitwise NOT Operator is represented by the tilde symbol, and it works on just one operand. This means this is the unary operator. Whatever the bitwise operators we have studied so far were binary operators. But this is the only bitwise operator, which is the unary operator. It operates on just one operand. And it inverts all the bits of the operand. This means 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0. This can be understood from the truth table of the bitwise NOT operator. When A is 0, then not A is 1. When A is 1, then not A is 0. As simple as that. Now, let's take an example to properly understand the behavior of bitwise NOT operator. Here is the example. Let's say we have this binary number 01001. We know this binary number is equivalent to 9 in decimal. We also know this that we can easily represent this number with just 4 bits. But here I have provided 5 bits. Now why is that the case? I have provided 5th bit as well because I want to represent the sign of this number too. This bit over here represents the sign bit. It is 0, this means this number is positive. If we have 1 here, then this means that the number this binary number is representing is negative. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's say we want to perform bitwise NOT on this number. This means, let's say we want to flip all these bits. We can do this easily with the help of bitwise NOT operator. We will get 10110 as the result. Here we have the sign bit as 1. This means the number that we will get will be the negative number. But what is that number? We can easily find that number by considering the positional weights of these ones. Here, we must understand this that the sign bit has the negative positional weight. So the positional weight of this bit is -16. Positional weight of this bit is 4 and positional weight of this bit is 2. Now we need to add these positional weights. We will get -10 as the result. So clearly, this binary number is representing a negative integer or a negative number. I hope this is clear to you. So with the help of bitwise NOT operator, we can flip all the bits of a specific operand without needing a second operand. So it is different from bitwise XOR operator in the sense that bitwise XOR operator has the capability to flip specific bits of a number. So now we know what is bitwise NOT operator. We use it to flip the bits, but what is the use case of flipping the bits of the binary number? We use bitwise NOT operator to find 2's complement of a number. So it is used to calculate 2's complement of a number. Now what do I mean by this? What is the meaning of 2's complement of a number? 2's complement representation is the most common representation in modern computers to represent a negative number. So we use 2's complement representation to represent the negative version of a specific number. In order to find 2's complement, we need to follow 2 steps. Step number 1 is to find the 1's complement of a number. Now, 1's complement of the number is same as flipping the bits of that number. This is the exact thing we are doing here with the help of Bitwise NOT Operator. Isn't that so? Here you can observe that with the help of Bitwise NOT Operator, we have flipped the bits of the binary number. This means we have found out the 1's complement of this number. After finding 1's complement, step number 2 is to add 1 to the result, that is, the 1's complement result. So we just need to add 1 to this 1's complement result to obtain the negative version of this number. So here we add 1 to this binary number. We will get 10111 as the result. This binary number is same as -9 in decimal. Here you can observe that we have obtained the negative version of this number. I hope this is clear to you. So this is the 2's complement representation of this number. So to calculate 2's complement, we need to calculate 1's complement, and finding 1's complement is same as flipping the bits of a number. And this is exactly what we are doing with the help of Bitwise NOT Operator. So this is the use case of the Bitwise NOT Operator. I hope this is completely clear to you. You can also observe that if we add 1 directly to -10, then also we will obtain -9. So it makes sense to add 1 here. Now let's implement this example. Here I have provided 9 to this variable a, and here I am performing bitwise NOT on this variable. This means I am performing bitwise NOT on this value. We know that we will obtain -10 from here, and I'm adding 1 to it, so we will get -9. So clearly, I'm performing 2's complement. Here we will get the result as -9. So with this, we have understood what is Bitwise NOT Operator and where it is used. With this, we are done with the second topic also, and this means we are done with this lecture. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this lecture. I will see you in the next one.